I chose to talk about one of my favorite video games, Chrono Trigger. It was 1996 and I was 8 years old when I was first introduced to Chrono Trigger. My older cousins brought their Super Nintendo to a family reunion, and what better way to not be bored at a family reunion than by playing video games. There were several games that they brought, but Chrono Trigger stood out amongst them. I watched my cousins play it, and within the first 20 minutes of the game, I was amazed by it. There were guns, and princesses, and castles, and to top it all off, there was the time travel aspect. I was hooked. I was only able to see the beginning of the story, being as how Chrono Trigger was a large game for its time. However, my cousins were nice enough to let me borrow it, and I was able to experience the game in its entirety. And to this day, I believe that it's one of the best games of all time, in my opinion. Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games because it inspires me. Being an aspiring game designer, I always think back to Chrono Trigger for motivation. If I ever became a lead designer for a role-playing game, I would want to take inspiration from this game. There are several game mechanics that I wish other games would utilize or improve upon more often, such as the battle system. I think the battle system is one of the biggest successes of the game because it's turn-based, much like other RPGs of that era, but instead of transitioning to another screen, the battle takes place within the level itself. On top of that, the positioning of your characters and the enemies on screen factor into what abilities you can or cannot do. Another reason why I love Chrono Trigger so much is because of who developed it. The game was led by 5 people who called themselves the Dream Team. This Dream Team consisted of Akira Toriyama, creator of the Dragon Ball series, Nobuo Uematsu, best known for his work as game composer for several Final Fantasy titles, Yuji Horii, game designer and creator of the Dragon Quest series, Hironobu Sakaguchi, creator of the Final Fantasy series, and Kazuhiko Aoki, who assembled the team together to create Chrono Trigger. I like to think that someday the video game industry will get another dream team to make an amazing game led by the best the industry has to offer. Maybe someday I can be a member of the dream team.